truthfully say that in these past 2.5 years or so, this congregation of Holy Trinity has been an extraordinary blessing to me and to my family. There's so many different ways that I really feel blessed and honored and just graced to be here, far, far more than I can enumerate in the sermon. But one of the ways that I think primarily I feel blessed is in getting to know the people of Holy Trinity. And meeting people and discovering their story and hearing about their journey of life always just absolutely fills me with awe. I don't know if you ever had the experience of meeting someone, either at a new job or a church or someplace, and you get to know them, and then as months and years go on, you get to discover who they are. Things that they've had to live through in their life, the good and the bad, the heartbreaks they've had, the places they've lived, family history. And you realize as time goes on the depth and the beauty of that person that you never saw in the beginning. And it still to this day amazes me that this person you can meet and have no idea who they are, where they come from, as you get to know them, you get to see the richness and the beauty. You get to see God in them. And this person who was just another face in the crowd a few months or a few years earlier. It still happens to me in this ministry. And I'm always blown away at the depth of people and their story and who they really are, what they've lived through, what the Spirit has to say to me and them. Because we never know the God that is in other people until we get to know them. We never know the God that is around us and what God has planned for us. Back in January 26th of 2013, I came to my very first service here at Holy Trinity. And I came in, it was called, it was actually a celebration of Epiphany, and I sat right in this pew where Ruth is right now. And I sat down very unassumingly, and Pastor Jeff came to me, gave me a bulletin, gave me a copy of the readings, and said, "Welcome." And I sat, and I'm sure many of you who are here today were here that day. But to me, at that moment, you were just faces in the crowd. And over the years, I've come to get to know you and understand who you are and what this place is. And on that day that I sat in that third row from the back, I had no idea that God was all over that moment. And that God knew what the plans God had for me were. I had no clue. The reason I was there is because I was going to do an internship here. Now, Pastor Jeff at the time had no idea. But I knew, and I just wanted to kind of come and check out Holy Trinity and see what worship was like. Not knowing if he would even say yes to me being an intern here. But God knew. I had no idea. I had no idea what the future held. God knew, and God was all over that time. It's why we do Voices of Faith. Why I believe it is so powerful that we see people and we know them. Maybe people we've had conversations with, maybe people we've seen at coffee hour, maybe we know a little bit of their story, but the real journey of faith and the struggle with God remains hidden. And we hear the story. We're inspired and moved and amazed that this person we have seen for so many times, maybe have said hello to, has such a story of God. You never know who you are sitting next to. And you never